You know, I find it funny, almost comical. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. Sad, desperate. When I read YouTube comments, when the grid goes down, I'm not worried about it. I got supplies stocked up in my refrigerator for 3 days. Sad. When the grid goes down, there goes a world. Alright guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. Yeah, it's the early AM. I've been thinking about this for a while now because I keep seeing the mindset of society here on our channel. We have over 59,000 subscribers, and I keep seeing a percentage of our viewers. Well, when the grid goes down, I'm not worried about it. I live without power while they're typing on the cell phone. Apparently most people don't understand this, and hopefully new viewers will understand this. When the grid goes down, it's all power. Fuel, your power in your house, everything. In banking systems, everything shuts down when the grid goes down. It's not just your refrigerator or your lighting. Now when it comes to your refrigerator, I want to pinpoint this one right here for you. I keep on seeing I have meat in my freezer. That's great. I recommend that. Hell, I've got it myself. I even have a deep freeze fully loaded with meat. I have canned goods, canned meat. But let's go back to the refrigerator and freezer. That's only going to last you about 3 days. Well, the refrigerator part, you might get 5 out of a freezer as long as you're not opening it up. It's not going to take long for that little bit of insulation. And I'm going to say about 3/4 of an inch of insulation, by the way. If you don't believe me, I want you to take out all stocks of food out of your freezer. Put a thermostat in there. Shut it down. Let it freeze up. Now unplug it. And in 3 days, open up that door. Take a look at that thermostat, that thermometer. And now let me know how well your food had just made it. It's not going to last very long. The reason I know this is because I have lived it. I lived out in the mountains of North Carolina. I've had many winter storms. We have them every year out there. Power gets knocked out for a week at a time. Yeah. So what you had in your freezer, because you know what, we couldn't afford a generator, it went bad. Basically what we did, because it's a winter storm, we packed it in the snow and ice. But not many people understand on any of that. It's just, you know what, I read something on YouTube. I watched another YouTuber that talks about survival. It's a big difference between this channel and many others. We show you exactly how to survive because been there, done that. Unlike other YouTube channels, we don't just talk about it. We don't go to forums, read up on it, then come out here and present like we're experts. All right? I say we because my wife is my team on this, and I have a group of preppers here. I lived it. I teach it because I lived it. I lived in the mountains of North Carolina. I was a train rider for 1.5 years. Hell, I ran from the law for over 6 years. Living out of my pack, living off the land. Yeah. I'm not saying you should do it. Am I going to apologize for the things I've done? Well, I apologize for the crime I've committed in my past. Did my prison time, did 3.5 years. But I'm not going to apologize for my experience in life because that's made me who I am today. Made me test my skills. It's a big difference between sitting in a coffee shop talking about how badass you are compared to, well, being badass. So, as you can see, I got coffee. Why do I have coffee? Because I'm a prepper. Prepping is more than just stockpiling food. Prepping is a lifestyle. We train. Always. Please feel free to check out our playlist. It is called Training What We Teach, What We Preach. Here's one thing for you right here.
Yeah, right here with me, man.
Okay.
Tell us when you're live, brother.
I'm live.
All right, guys, here we are at the Pathfinder School with Survival Living. Just patched the intermediate class. If you want some good information, check his channel out on YouTube for sure. Good job, man.
All right.
Perfect. I can edit it. I can cut right there, man.
He's like, I'm calling all the asshole instructors on. It's me and Dave. Fucking Sean, man.
I guess when it comes down to it, I want you guys to pay attention and question what you're watching and what you're betting your life and your family's lives on, because you're getting advice from some YouTuber that comes up here telling you how to survive, but they've never been in a survival situation ever in their life. Key point: never been in a survival situation ever, but they're experts. They're going to tell you because they read the next Forbes article, or whichever article, Outdoor Life, Time Magazine, Life Magazine, who cares? They're full of shit. So, might be harsh, might be brash, don't care. I really don't. The fact is, I live what I preach. I try to teach you, educate you, so you're prepared to take care of your family when the situation hits. When the shit hits the fan, I want you to be trained up and ready to rock and roll, ready to have a bug out plan and leave your area if necessary. Hunker down in that area and defend it if necessary. Depends on the situation when it arises. Sure, everything looks good on paper. As a welder, yeah, I'm a YouTuber that actually works in the shipyard. As a welder, everything looks good on paper till it hits the field, till it hits the shop, till it hits the yard. And when I look at that blueprint, I'm like, that ain't gonna work. Why? Because I gotta put my hands on it. And notice I train. I'm a craftsman. I look at it. Not gonna work. Looks good in theory, on paper. Until you put your boots on the ground, that's all it is. Theory.